Well, you can see why people who are into some of those feats of strength get kind of hooked on this thing, because it's a way to stay competitive and a way to stay healthy, really.
All right, good story. Thanks a lot, Jay Olson. Thanks for watching. You can find this episode and all episodes of Midco Sports Magazine on YouTube and on Instagram, IGTV.
This has been Midco Sports Magazine, presented by Shields and Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Please join us as a member of SCORE. We offer help to clients, both those looking to start a new business as well as those in existing businesses. We're looking for a diverse group of mentors coming from a variety of fields to help our clients. We truly need a group of people that are interested in offering all types of assistance. We will offer 2 mentors at a time to our clients. Join SCORE today.
You love Midco, and we love you right back. To prove it, we're giving you a chance to save big on your Midco services. All you have to do is refer your friends and family, and you'll earn credit on your monthly statement. You can get up to $250 back when your friend or family member signs up for services. And it's not just you we'll reward. Your friend or family member will also get $25 off their first month of services. Now that's what we call spreading the love.
Please join us as a member of SCORE. We offer help to clients, both those looking to start a new business as well as those in existing businesses. We're looking for a diverse group of mentors coming from a variety of fields to help our clients. We truly need a group of people that are interested in offering all types of assistance. We will offer 2 mentors at a time to our clients. Join SCORE today.
SCORE provides free and confident counseling to new and existing small businesses, and we've been doing so for over 50 years. We will work with you to prepare a business plan, set financial projections, and propose legal structures. We even help you with your business name and marketing strategies. Contact Steve Moser for more information and let us help you with your success. SCORE, America's premier source of free and confidential small business advice for entrepreneurs and small businesses.
At Midco, we believe being connected is important. You use your internet and phone to pay bills, complete homework, and stay in touch with family and friends. But we know for some people, a home phone or internet connection is just not affordable. We're here to change that with the Lifeline Assistance Program. Qualifying households can get home phone service at a reduced monthly rate and broadband internet for less than $10 a month. To find out if you qualify for Lifeline Assistance, call 1-800-888-1300 or visit midco.com/lifeline.
What is Habitat for Humanity? We're more than you expect. Lake Agassiz Habitat for Humanity has helped improve housing for 60 families since 1991. We don't hand out homes, we help families build them. Every future homeowner works hard, hand in hand with us all along the way in building both a house and a partnership. This year alone, 80% of qualified families will go without housing due to a lack of funding. Donate today to help us help more people in helping themselves. Go online or call today and help give families a new day together.
This is Midco Sports Network. This is how we do sports.
It's a special place, isn't it? Ralph Engelstad Arena, now in year 18 here in Grand Forks, North Dakota. It's quiet now, but you know on select Friday and Saturday nights from October through March, this place comes to life like no college hockey facility in the country. Obviously, the Ralph is one of a kind. It's the Ralph. But it wouldn't be what it is if not for the team and the fans that call this place home. The Ralph is going to be our home for North Dakota Hockey Central, your new television home for all things UND hockey. I'm your host, Alex Heinert, and for the next 30 minutes each week from now until spring, this show's goal is to get you closer to the players, coaches, and staff that make the nation's premier college hockey program run. In addition to conversations with Brad Berry and behind-the-scenes features on players and staff members, a big part of our show each week is a segment you're already familiar with, the award-winning web series from UND, Through These Doors. That's where we're going to start tonight. Cassie Niles and her team pick things up down in Texas at this year's NHL Draft.
You want one more? Okay, eyes on me. Here we go. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, right? Good. I'll take several here. That's perfect. Close on this one. Chin up. Chin up. Oh, there we go. All right. You guys. One more time. Let's do it.
In June, the coaching staff headed south to Dallas, Texas, to the NHL draft, as they eagerly awaited to see which of UND's incoming freshmen would hear their name called out.
The Ottawa Senators are pleased to select from the Alberta Junior League Okotoks Jacob Bernard Docker.
26 picks in, the Ottawa Senators selected the first incoming UND player as Jacob Bernard Docker made his way to the stage.
Yeah, I think the whole experience is really surreal, and I'm extremely excited to go to North Dakota and get started there, and hopefully go in there and contribute as much as I can, and really looking forward to going to Ottawa.
On day 2, the other 2 UND players in attendance, Johnny Tyconic and Gavin Hain, each heard their name read out.
So I guess when I heard my name called by the Ottawa Senators, I'm like, are you serious? And then of course my grandpa jumps up, starts yelling. I'm like, shh, you don't need to be doing that. Obviously it's an unbelievable experience that my parents are here, my grandparents, my billets, and my advisors are here with me. So, I mean, it's a dream.
For those 3 UND players, the time at the draft was a bit of a blur.
I blacked out. I was kind of just sitting there with my friends and family, starting to get a little nervous. I mean, obviously I was all day, but nervous especially towards the end there. And you kind of hear NTDP, and then all of a sudden they say Gavin Hain, and you just kind of black out. You don't remember much from there, but it's unbelievable experience, unbelievable feeling.
For Jasper Weatherby, who didn't attend, finding out his fate came a little differently.
I was actually here at the rink. We were here for some summer training. I was in the gym, and I just kind of looked over at the TV and saw my name, so it was pretty cool.
Hearing your name called at the NHL draft has its own brand of excitement. Coming to North Dakota is a whole different animal.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. I wish it was August 16th right now, moving day. Literally, I cannot wait. Going back to school, experiencing college life, playing in the Ralph, being coached by Bradbury, Dane Jackson, Matt Shaw, hanging out with the guys. Just that whole environment. It's you don't know what it's like until you're there and you experience it.
I think just all the guys. I think just extremely excited to make a lot of new relationships and hang out with a lot of great guys. So.
I think playing the games. I've been to the games there, and I mean, I don't think you can beat that anywhere else. Even being as a fan, I can't even imagine what it's like being a player there. So I mean, that's probably what I'm most excited for.
Being selected in the draft doesn't exactly mean a spot on an NHL team. From this point on, it's about putting in the work.
Take what I do well. North Dakota has an unbelievable process moving guys on, and just while I'm here, work hard and do the little things.
it's one of those things that what we always tell our players, draft picks, whether you're number 1 overall or you're the last pick in the 12th round, it's only a measurement of a point in time. It's what you do after. You work so hard to get to where you want to go to get drafted, but it's what you do after that. And now the work starts. And again, I think Jacob Bernard Docker said it perfectly. Getting drafted, especially in the first round, doesn't guarantee anything. It's what you do after that. And again, you love to have kids coming into your culture that believe that.
North Dakota Hockey is live on Midco Sports Network this Saturday night. Don't miss any of the action as Bemidji State skates into the Ralph at 7 p.m. Central. At the end of October, North Dakota's hockey team is playing under the bright lights of Vegas in the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame game, and it's live on Midco Sports Network.
Tickets to this game sold out in seconds, but we have got you covered. Our Midco SN crew will be live in Vegas to bring you the latest chapter in college hockey's greatest rivalry.
The October 27th face-off will be the only meeting between the Fighting Hawks and Gophers this season. Tune in at 9 p.m. Central and don't miss a play. This Friday, Mitchell and Harrisburg square off at 7 p.m. Central. Both North Dakota and South Dakota State are home Saturday afternoon, followed by South Dakota hosting Northern Iowa at 6 p.m. on Midco SN2. Sunday, it's college soccer at 1 p.m. from Fargo.
It has been a long 6 months since the ice at the Ralph has seen UND hockey. The Hawks were able to finally hit the ice for some exhibition action against the University of Manitoba.
I really liked it, honestly. I didn't have a problem at all with the way we were playing. Scoreboard might not reflect that and maybe a little nervy last 5 minutes, but I really liked how we played fast and hard. We made a lot of mistakes, but that's to be expected. So I'm really happy with the first game, even though scoreboard doesn't show it. They're a good team. Like, hats off to them. Hats off to their goalie who played a tremendous game.
Boards to Jones, back to Adams, coming out of the corner, center for mismatch. His rebound shot scores. Spriggs got the first one, and he lifted the second one over the Manitoba goaltender, and it's 1-0 UND. Drop pass, Bowen shoots and scores!
You know what, I thought we came out and, we talked a lot about, our first periods and trying to score in the first period and lead a game instead of chase a game, and I thought we accomplished a lot tonight. We didn't accomplish a lot against that goaltender, I guess, but, I thought we did a lot of good things for our first game. And saying that, we got to get back to work on Monday and try to get better in a few different areas, but, I thought our guys did a good job of sustaining the level that we needed to get to, and again, we'll have to amp it up here next week.
After an early North Dakota lead through the first 50 minutes of the game, Manitoba seized an opportunity in the latter half of the third to tie the game, which would force overtime.
Bernard Docker with it on this UND power play. He shoots one, save, rebound, they score! Brett Gardner. Gardner gets the rebound. Power play goal, and North Dakota wins it in overtime.
The Hawks do it for real this weekend as they open the season with a home-and-home with non-conference Bemidji State.
It's fun. It's the fans like it. The fans like to travel back and forth from Bemidji to here, so it's good for Bemidji getting a bunch of fans there, and it's good for us. So it should be a good series. They're a good team. They play simple, and they don't give you a lot of time and space. So we should be ready for the challenge.
that's a fun place to play, and then obviously coming back here. But we really tried to instill in our young guys how tough this weekend is. Bemidji's a hard-hitting team. They play fast. They take away your time and space, and it's going to be a good weekend of battles.
Yeah, they're a quick team. The MO on them every year is they play hard. They're a relentless team. They play they hard with and without the puck, and they're going to give it to you for 60 minutes. They're all. And again, we got to remember that. We made mention early in the week here about them coming into our building 4 or 5 years ago, and it wasn't the outcome of the score that we wanted, and it was because we weren't prepared and ready. Well, we have to be prepared and ready, and that started on Monday.
Great stuff from Cassie Niles, David Folsky, and the entire Through These Doors crew. So how did UND's latest NHL draft picks fare in their first game here at the Ralph? Brad Berry will tell you right after this.
At the end of October, North Dakota's hockey team is playing under the bright lights of Vegas in the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame game, and it's live on Midco Sports Network.
Tickets to this game sold out in seconds, but we have got you covered. Our Midco SN crew will be live in Vegas to bring you the latest chapter in college hockey's greatest rivalry.
The October 27th face-off will be the only meeting between the Fighting Hawks and Gophers this season. Tune in at 9 p.m. Central and don't miss a play. Midco Sports Tonight with host Kelly Stewart, weeknights at 6:30 p.m. This is how we do sports. North Dakota Hockey is live on Midco Sports Network this Saturday night. Don't miss any of the action as Bemidji State skates into the Ralph at 7 p.m. Central.
Welcome back to North Dakota Hockey Central, and welcome back to head coach Brad Berry. Brad, thanks again for being with us for another season. I would say welcome to hockey season, but for you, your staff, your team, it's always hockey season in the world of North Dakota.
Yeah, pretty much is. Obviously it was a long summer, and now we're very excited about getting back into the fall here. And again, we have a good group that's here, and we're excited about starting the year.
Yeah, this is year 13 overall for you as a coach at UND, fourth as the head man behind the bench. Talk me through how your coaching style maybe has changed from when you started here at UND. Well,
you know what, as players come and go, you learn a little bit more about, the personnel that you have in your group and how you coach them. And, it's one of those things that you take a lot from the predecessors that you had as coaches. And, we tweak a few things from year to year. The game changes. I know one thing, the speed hasn't gotten any slower. And again, it's one of those things that we try to accentuate what we have, and I think we have a lot of good team speed this year.
Yeah, it feels like this year's group, and you've talked about this, the mindset has been, hey, we're starting from zero. That's kind of been the mantra for this team after just missing out on the NCAA tournament last year. Talk me through that mindset for this group going into this season.
Well, that was part we put on the players as far as what they thought what our message should be this year. We as coaches always have a message and always have an idea, but we wanted to have some skin in the game for our players, and they came back to us as far as having that clean slate mentality that let's start something over. We have a lot of special things that we've accumulated here, tradition history-wise, record-wise, but they said, you know what, let's start at zero. Every day starts at zero, every game starts at zero. What you've done in the past is in the past, and we got to move forward, and I love that. I mean, it's the short-term goals that you have to try to get to try to get to that long-term goal.
Yeah, we've heard some great accounts about the work ethic of this team, really taking it upon themselves to try and get back to the NCAA tournament this offseason. Yeah. Talk me through what the offseason was like for this group.
Well, there was a mindset there. There was a focus. When our season ended, it wasn't the way we wanted it to end, and our guys had a focus that we need to get back to work, and it was everybody. And it started with our leaders. Coming back in the summer for the 6 weeks in training and going to summer school. Through the 5-6 weeks before our first exhibition game, our guys worked extremely hard. And again, I think it goes to their mentality or the culture that we have here.
Yeah, you told a great story at fan luncheon the other day about just how this team has really galvanized to a man. Everybody
Yeah.
really is all in together. You want to share that story with us?
Yeah, well, you know, we always, every year we do this Ironman competition to try to get to see who our top players in peak physical shape are. And, you know, obviously we have 26 guys that are in very good shape, but Cole Smith was our Ironman winner this year. And one of the competitions was the mile run. And we've been doing that forever as far as that specific event. Well, the criteria is you have to run a mile, which is 4 laps around the track in 6 minutes. Well, everybody did it except for one player that I'm not going to name, and he did it in 6:03. So he just missed it by 3 seconds. If you don't do it in 6, you have to come back and do it again. And he did it, and it was because of our players showed up. And it was just supposed to be Mark Pullman and myself and the player. Our whole team showed up, and he ran the first lap, and then everybody ran the last 3 laps with him to push him, and he did it in 5:50. So that says a lot about the care on our team and how tight we are as a group.
Yeah, really a lot of great team unity already, doing something that, who likes to go run a mile, and the group jumps in and makes it happen for him. When you look at this team, and you alluded to it a bit ago, what do you think are some of the big strengths for this group coming in? And also, what areas do you think maybe will take a little more time to gel this season?
Well, I think, you know, our group is the older leadership. This is a year where we have 5 seniors, and we have outstanding captains, and this is a really strong leadership group that's going to push our group and show the expectations of what we are here. I think our freshman group is very skilled and they're going to make an impact right away. And again, our sophomores this year that were freshmen, those are the guys that kind of learned what we were all about last year, that there's going to be a huge opportunity from the guys that left our program, like the Willanons and the Gersiches and the Cam Johnsons. Those sophomores need to take a step, and we see a little bit of that early.
Yeah, you had a chance to get an early look at your team this weekend against Manitoba, a 3-2 overtime exhibition win against the Bisons. What's your biggest takeaway from that contest?
You know what? Love the way we played. The relentless attitude, the pursuit of the puck possession. You know, the game was 3-2 overtime. We got everybody in the game. That was one of the things we wanted to accomplish. Everybody got to play. And the other part was we dominated the game in their end of the rink. And, you know, we got to work on some things, obviously, as far as finishing plays and different things like that. That'll come. I thought our power play looked good. I thought our entries and our puck movement was good. So I think one of the things that we have to make sure that we're not satisfied with that. And that goes to our saying, start at 0 again this week. We got to build our week.
In that game against the Bisons, shots were 55-9 in your favor. Shot attempts were 102-18. I've never seen a game that was so lopsided in those categories. Again, just because the score was close, the play, of course, was not. It was very much in your favor.
Yeah, it was. The play was on our tape all the time, but now we have to do the details, the finishing. Like when the puck was on our tape, we missed a few nets. We missed a few nets by a few feet. We didn't have a really good net front presence at times, and then staying on rebounds in front of the net. Some of those things that we can clear up, and again, it's through video and through practice we can do that.
Well, a chance now to play for real this weekend. Exhibition season, only 1 game, that's done. Now you get a fun home and home against an old rival in Bemidji State, and you get the sense every season, no matter who's on that team, who's graduated, who's coming back, etc., that's always a good test for your group.
It is. It really is. You know, Bemidji brings their best, whether it's in their rink or our rink, and they are a team that plays extremely hard. They're an older group. Every year they're an older group, and they play us hard. So again, we got to make sure that we have a chance to have a good week of practice, and we got to bring it on Friday night in Bemidji.
Yeah, Friday at the Sanford Center in Bemidji, Saturday here at the Ralph. Coach, hey, here's to a new season. Best of luck going through.
Thanks, Alex.
Brad Berry. Well, this guy's won a national championship. Well, after the break, we're going to hear from another group that has won a national title. Stick around.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here?
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Brad Schlossman, let's talk some North Dakota hockey. The exhibition season is done, all of 1 game in the books. New season comes up this weekend against Bemidji State. When you look at this UND team, let's talk about what we know. What do you know about this group entering the 2018-2019 season?
Well, I think the first thing you know is that they're strong at center. Nick Jones comes back. He had a terrific year last year. Rhett Gardner decides not to sign with the Dallas Stars, comes back. You got 2 senior centers. Both are proven at the college level. You have a number of guys you can mix in at 3rd and 4th line center, but I think you start out right there set with 2 really good 1st and 2nd line centers, and that's a really good place to start. You move to the back end, you know Colton Poolman is one of the best defensemen in the league, and I think that's a good place to start, to have a veteran guy who can, you know, both add some offense and play a shutdown role in there. And I think we got enough of a look last year at Peter Tomei to know what he is. He's a big goalie, he's very athletic, and you know, he went on the road and won at Wisconsin and at Denver last year. That's a pretty, you know, he's a sophomore, he's never been the #1 guy, but that's a pretty good place to start from.
Yeah, certainly. So that's what we know going into the season. What don't we know? What is this team going to have to figure out over the first couple months of the year?
Well, I think the first thing, we got the top 2 centers set. Who are going to be the wingers there? I think we know Grant Mismash and Jordan Kawaguchi, very highly likely going to be 2 of those wingers. There's still spots for 2 more wingers. Who's going to fight for those spots? Who's going to get it? One of the big question marks for me is Colin Adams. We saw flashes of what he could do last year offensively. If he can round out his game, if he can play with a little bit of a higher motor at all times, he could be one of those top 6 wingers, and that would be huge for this North Dakota team. And the other thing that we have to figure out is how do the freshmen fit in? You know, what is going to be the progression of a Jasper Weatherby? You know, I think he's going to be a really good player here. How soon does that happen where it clicks? There's an adjustment period for all freshmen. How long is it going to be for him?
Well, when you look at North Dakota this season, what needs to happen for them to challenge for an NCHC title, to challenge nationally? What needs to go right for this team?
Well, I think 3 things, and we'll go with each position. Start out, you need reliable goaltending. We think we know what they have with Peter Tomei, Adam Scheel, we haven't seen yet. They need to have reliable goaltending. On the back end, I think you need some progress from the defensemen. We already know Colton Poolman's elite. Christian Wolanin had so much offense last year. Can Matt Kierstead chip in a little bit more this year? I think so. How soon till Jacob Bernard-Docker and Johnny Tykonik can add some offense from the back end too? I think they can. Let's see how long it takes. And then up front, they need more scoring from their depth of their team. Last year, we went into the season thinking that's where they were going to beat teams, was on their 3rd and 4th line scoring. It didn't happen. They need more scoring from their 3rd and 4th line. They need some guys to step up and establish themselves as top 6 wingers, as we talked about at the Open.
Yeah, just a couple boxes to check, and this team will be right back, right where they were a couple seasons ago. Well, thanks so much, Brad. Enjoy the hockey this season.
Thanks a lot.
In April of the year 2000, North Dakota defeated Boston College in Providence, Rhode Island in the Frozen Four to win their 7th national championship in program history. This past September, 18 years later, that team, along with head coach Dean Blaze, were inducted into the University of North Dakota Athletics Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the NCAA National Champion 1999-2000 men's hockey team.
That team, a lot like our 97 team, we weren't expected to be overly successful. We lost 7 or 8 or 9 seniors a year before in 99.
I believe in the beginning of the year, Coach Blaze said, this is our rebuilding year.
We had 20 leaders on that team and 20 good character guys.
We went to battle every day for each other, had everybody's back.
We had a freshman class come in that was extremely impactful throughout the whole season.
There's 13 freshmen that year, and we didn't feel like freshmen. They brought us in, and we felt like seniors.
You think back on that leadership group and them helping us along the whole year. I mean, right from day one, it was, you know, it wasn't seniors and freshmen. It was a team pretty much from day one.
It was just a really solid group, and I think they just really believed in each other, and I think those are the things that do win.
We all had the same goal in mind, and it kind of gelled and everything came together, and that's what makes it so special.
that year there were only 12 teams that made it to the NCAA tournament, and we got a bye in the first round, so we only had to win one game to make it to the Frozen Four.
Last few years, we didn't make it past the regionals, and we were the #1 team in the country, best team by far, and it's the one game elimination, and we didn't get a chance to win. And so this was the chance for me to get in there, and sure enough, we got in, we got a good ranking, and we played a good, decent team, and we won.
Literally, that's the game that I would go back and play again right now.
You just dig down, look across the room, and realize that you got a good group of guys there, and you know what, it's just instilled in us that we're going to win.
You might never have a chance to win a championship in your whole entire life, and you're either going to do it now or it might never happen. And you know, everyone just kind of looks around. It's like, we got 20 minutes to do this, and it is. And we had some seniors, Lee Gorin, you know, Panzer, those guys, Carl Gehring, they just took over the game. And to watch those guys win the game and take over as a freshman, it was impressive.
It was an amazing experience, and the way we came out and the energy that we had, and we're going to leave it on the ice. Like, we've done it all year. We're going to do it one more time for 20 minutes and see what happens. And obviously, the way things worked out, couldn't have wrote a better script.
You'll never ever be able to replicate that moment, and something that if you could go back and relive that day again, then I'm sure every one of the 20 guys on the team would do that.
Dean Blaze was very influential in my life, and it's just not just with hockey.
I'm in the position today being a head coach because of the opportunity he gave me and the success we had here.
He is an absolute icon. He just walks in the room and he just takes over the room.
He is one of a kind, and he is probably one of the best coaches out there. He finds a way to motivate guys that I've never seen done, and I don't think you'll ever see again.
We'd be laughing in the locker room, or we'd be laughing in a meeting room. But when you left that room, you knew he was serious, and you knew that it was, you know, time to buckle down and get after it.
I learned how to work hard under Dean Blaze. I learned what hard work was, and understanding the ability to do things that you don't think you can do.
You played hard for him every single night, no matter what. And he didn't have to say anything to you. Everyone just knew that it's game time, and he just showed up. It's unbelievable to say that I played for him.
I can't explain how lucky I am to be a part of that team and that time, that frame.
You know, it was a great experience and something that obviously you'll never forget.
Playing at University of North Dakota and playing with the group of guys that I did, I'd go back to North Dakota in a second.
Well, a worthy honor for one of the best teams in North Dakota hockey history. Well, that's going to do it for our show today. For all of our Midco SN and UND crew, I'm Alex Tyner. Enjoy UND Bemidji State this weekend. I'll see you at the Ralph.
Your new career, it starts here at Midco. Super people, exciting technology, a forward-thinking culture. And we have opportunities right now in all kinds of careers all across the region. If this sounds like what you are looking for, well, we have been looking for you. Your bright future is here at Midco. Let's go. Start today at midcocareers.com.
History can teach us lots of things, like how much better life is now. Take this old dinosaur dial-up modem. Printers would take almost 5 minutes to load with this thing. Amazon.com, almost 3 minutes. Now I can download HD movies in seconds, and bigger things are coming. We're gonna need much better internet.
Midco Gig is here. Life changing.